I want to talk about how people value their mental health and the price of mental health. I suppose the context I'm thinking is in terms of other fields of therapy. For example, physiotherapy. You see someone that they're physically injured, and they go to a therapist, and then the therapist is right. I want you. This is all your homework. I want you to do X, Y, and Z, and I want you back in here next week. And I know therapists who will bring clients back in for weeks and weeks and possibly even months depending on the injury. And yet people come into psychotherapy and they don't make that same commitment. Either they're not prepared to pay for the sessions in the same way that people will throw money at a physiotherapist or any other type of therapist. They don't seem to value psychotherapy. I found that they don't. Now this is a generalisation, it's not true of everybody, but they don't do the homework that they're given, and this is important work. We're not doing it for the crack. And often they decide that, well, look, I'm not going to come every week, I might come every second week and every third week. And I don't force my clients to come back. I'm always open. They come back if they want to come back, but it takes work, and you have to value that work. And again, I still think that people talk about mental health, but I don't think they really value it. And I suppose it's like anything in life. You don't value your health, and then you lose your health, and all of a sudden it becomes a priority. And people are probably less more reactive and less proactive. But it can be a bit frustrating as a therapist, because I see people how they're not really looking after themselves, especially not their mind. They're not conscious of how their thought processes are having a direct effect on their health, their psychological health and their physical health, as well as their relationships with other people. And then things really got really bad, and then they end up in psychotherapy. But then they're looking for quick solutions. They think that they're kind of hoping that I'll give them a quick fix. I'm going to say something magically that's going to fix these things. That's not how it works. First of all, it takes time to build a relationship where we're both engaged and we both understand each other. And then it takes time to find the right tools for my clients and help them make it work for themselves. And then they have to go off and do all that work. It's not quick. In the same way that physiotherapy can take weeks or months, so will psychotherapy as well. But it's up to society in general to understand that it's valid and it's useful, and it's maybe even more important than physical health, in the sense that if you don't mind your head, you're not going to live your life. You're going to make the wrong decisions. You may not be looking after your body. You may not be objective and actually dealing with your problems in your relationships and any other aspect of your life. So I think psychological health and physical health, they have to be measured in the same way. They have to be valued in the same way. But again, I would ask people, if you're thinking of coming to a therapist, understand that it is work. And you're not it's not about fast results. It's relative to the problem that you're dealing with. If it's a relationship problem, it's definitely not going to be fast. If it's something that's just cognitive, is it just worry or fear or anxiety? Again, it takes a little bit of time for us to get to know each other, and then find the right tools, and really start to make psychological shifts inside yourself. It's not an overnight thing, but it does happen. It takes a lot of persistence, patience, and hard work. And from my own clients, I've seen change inside my own clients. And often that's the one thing about change as well, is often we can't see it inside ourselves. If something physical, you can kind of see it quite quickly. You feel a little bit better. Psychologically, you kind of have to go outside yourself to really see the change, and that's a big part of what psychotherapy is. It's validating the change that's already happening inside people. But again, that change takes a huge amount of time and a lot of effort. And I would ask people, again, if they're serious about psychotherapy, give it time and be patient with yourself and be patient with the process, and you may be surprised at the change that it makes in your life and the positive impact it has in your life. Right, that's it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.